Hi everyone, happy Saturday. I hope you're all doing great. I hope you've managed to fit in some sewing because I certainly have. I do have a new make on. I've got more new fabric to show you and a little bit of a surprise I think you're all going to love as well. So if I haven't introduced myself, I am Kristen from the Dahlia Sewciety, where we talk about all things to do with sewing your own wardrobe, looking at beautiful fabrics, which you're going to love these ones, and talking about what's happening in the sewing world as far as new patterns released. And this is exactly what I'm going to be talking about today, a new pattern that was released this week in the brand new Fibremood issue. If you don't know what Fibremood is, it's a fantastic, very inclusive sewing mag that is either bought in magazine form, on digital form, or you can purchase PDF patterns as standalone patterns as well. So I am wearing a beautiful blouse. I decided to go for the blouse because I do have a lot of dresses at the moment, and because it's so warm here in Australia, I just thought I would prefer to save the dress for heading on into autumn winter. It's a beautiful dress, but the blouse is just lovely. It gives me all those kind of Victorian Gothic style vibes. It is called the Hortence Blouse. It is a gorgeous sheared. Now, I did get picked up by one of my lovely viewers. She told me to say it the Aussie way. It's shearing, as in shearing sheep. We in Australia here say it as shearing. I think the US say it as shearing. I'm not sure. Well, how do you say it? Wherever you are in the world, do you say it as shearing or shearing? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It all means the same thing. It means that you have added elastic into the bobbin case of your sewing machine and you've turned the tension a certain way to either make it tighter or looser. It's very easy to do. There are so many great tutorials on YouTube, but it really is a very easy method. And I did have a bit of a play with this pattern on some other fabric. When I first cut this fabric out, actually it was a floral fabric very similar to this, but I did something very wrong. I didn't properly read through the instructions, and I actually cut out my piece that was meant to be a template piece. I cut that out straight away. I had the bigger pieces that were meant to be sheared first, and then it sort of shrinks them up, and then you get your template piece and you cut out, especially the yoke pieces is what I'm talking about. So don't make the same mistake I made. Make sure you cut out the bigger pieces, shear them, and then cut out your template. Sounds complicated, but really it's not. It's a very easy blouse to make. You really just need to follow the instructions as far as doing your shearing. I think it's 3/8 of an inch, which is just over a centimetre, I think. Is that right? Look, I don't work in inches, I work in centimetres, but I kind of go by the feel. If it looks like it's going to be too tight, I will space them a bit further apart, and it really is just a matter of practicing with shearing. And that way, if you don't want it to be too close knit, you can make it a bit looser. If you go for the longer stitch length, it will be actually tighter. So it doesn't seem to make sense, but it really does when you experiment. So that's why get some scrap fabric, experiment with your shearing to get the tension just right, and go for it. It's just basically 2 yoke pieces, so front and back. You've got your neck pieces and they are all sheared, so they're very comfortable to wear. And then you've got shearing around your wristbands. You can do as many rows as you like, it did say. And I've just done the blouse version. So I've lengthened my blouse by about 10 centimetres, so it's not quite long enough for me. It's more of a crop version in the blouse format. So I wanted it a little bit longer just so I can tuck it into my skirt here. But love wearing it. It's something that I didn't quite know whether I would like it after, especially after the whole, the last Gladys blouse, which was very controversial. A lot of you loved that blouse. A lot of you didn't like it. I had a good split down the middle, half and half, either loved or hated. So I'm still up in arms about it. I think I will definitely take off the frill. I think it is too stiff. The fabric itself should be maybe a lighter drapier fabric, and a lot of you did say you agree with that. But the broderie anglais, that the raspberry is just stunning. So I do want to keep the blouse itself, but maybe take the frill out. I'll need to experiment, but I will show you what I'm going to do with it when I've fixed it up to my own taste. But love the Hortence. Definitely think about looking at Fibremood because it's got a lot of great patterns. They do have a very good community online there, and you can follow along with them on Instagram as well. But the Hortence is available either in PDF format or in the mag, and you will get a heap of patterns in the latest issue of Fibremood. I really like their patterns. I find that whenever I've made one, I've really worn it quite a lot. So great for everyday wear as well. And this is the sort of fabric that it looks quite dressy. I think this was from, it was a good year or two ago, year and a half ago, from the fabric store online. It is like a kind of a gauzy looking, very thin, I'd say it's not quite a crepe, it's more of a gauze, but it has got, I think it's a rayon, but it has got a lurex thread through it, and I wasn't quite sure about how I would go, being a bit itchy around the neck, but it's actually not too bad. It's actually quite soft, but really happy with how it's come up. And my daughter, she loves this kind of gothic looking style. She loves her black. She's got her eye on one. She wants me to make her a plain black double gauze, so got the fabric ready for that. And I actually had some cream fabric that I'd ordered especially to make this blouse, but it didn't arrive in time, so I may even make another one in the cream because it could be a good little staple to have throughout the year. And I made the size large in this before. I forget to tell you, the large, it is perfect for me, so really happy with how it's come up. So if you want to see any of the other new patterns released in Fibremood mag, I suggest you go and have a look at their online website, and also on Instagram they have a lot of pics as well on there. Now, while I'm on the topic of Fibremood mag, my lovely friend Gabrielle from Cloth Edit has asked me to let you all know that she is going to be a stockist for Fibremood mag. If you want to see a physical copy of one of these Fibremood mags, and here in Australia they are very hard to come by, they're not around a lot, you really have to search for them. I know a lot of the UK viewers can snap them up quite easily, but here in Australia we've struggled to find them. So isn't it great that Gabrielle is going to come to the rescue there, and she's going to be a stockist for Fibremood mag. So the next couple of weeks she'll be having this new issue 18 as well as some other back issues for sale on her website. So I will be getting my hands on one of those to show you a physical copy here on camera, because I just think it's so nice to have something to flick through with a cuppa. I really miss those days, although I love having that whole digital world here because it's so accessible and easy. I really do love still looking through catalogues and getting inspiration that way, especially just sitting outside in the garden with a cuppa. It's nice to have a real mag to read without all the junk. Those women's mags are so full of gossip and advertising. I just think it's just nice to have something for us sewers, especially for us, to get a bit of inspiration that way. So can't wait to read it. I've got fabric to show you. I really, I've got a hydrangea here that I bought last year. It's in the way. It hasn't flowered yet. Has any of you guys here or in the Southern Hemisphere found that your flowering things are all over the place? Because normally November, December, my hydrangeas all flower. I had some flower really early and some have only just started flowering now, which is really rather late. So this was a pink one I bought last November and it was flowering then, but this year nothing's happened. It just keeps growing, and I'm still waiting for it. But I'd love to hear what is happening in your garden. Have you got things that are flowering weirdly out of season? It's a crazy old world at the moment, isn't it? I have a special little delivery that I actually unwrapped. I couldn't wait because Cloth Edit's fabrics get me every time. I love unwrapping Gabrielle's parcels. I actually have got a couple of things I'm in the process of wanting to make, and I ordered a couple of things from Gabrielle because I love shopping online with Cloth Edit, but she also snuck in a gift for me, which I just thought was so lovely and thoughtful. But I've got a really big surprise to tell you about. I'm not sure whether I should tell you first or maybe I'll show you the fabrics first and see what you think, and the surprise will be next. So I'll keep you hanging on. Right, Varlo dress from Name Patterns is what I want to make, and I had seen Gabrielle's version and fell in love with it. She had the different polka dot print yoke, and the skirt was in a gorgeous print as well, so just complemented her beautifully. Loved that fabric she used as well from her shop. I've decided to make a plain black Varlo in the base of the dress and use this gorgeous silk and linen print, which is Mount Tambourine, which is a famous mountain in Australia here in Queensland. And it is the most stunning print. Look at the colours in that. So that has got birds, ferns, Just the contrasted colors between the green and that gorgeous mauve lilac-y color, I just think is absolutely beautiful. With a black background, it is going to be my top yoke piece for my Varlo dress. So that's what I'm going to do. It took me a long time to decide because I did have some other fabric picked out for that dress and decided it wasn't right. I do that a lot. I buy fabric with a certain mental image in mind and think, no, it's not right now. You know, the more you think about things, sometimes you change your mind a bit more often. I tend to do that. I like to not set too many concrete plans because I do like to change my mind and go with the flow. So that's why you won't see too many plans videos. I do tend to change my mind a lot. That's our prerogative. Being a sewist, we are allowed to change our minds. Don't feel bad about it. This other fabric was one that I actually saw on Gabrielle's website. It is a brand new Japanese polyester that is just stunning. Colors in this are amazing. It is such a lovely quality. Don't always think polyester is a cheap fabric because it can be beautiful and luxurious looking, and it all has to do with the quality and the print. Now look at the gorgeous sheen on it. It's similar weight to a sateen, but it has more of a drape than a sateen. So I wouldn't even call it similar to that. It has its own unique kind of drape and sheen to it. Really lovely silky texture. But I think it would make a beautiful skirt. And Gabrielle and I were just saying we thought a lovely statement skirt would be beautiful in this fabric. It's called the Canopy print, and you'll find it on her website, New Japanese Polyester. But that beautiful ink navy background and that bright emerald green and the coral color flowers, I just think it is just definitely right up my alley. So either a skirt, maybe even the Merci dress from Pattern Fantastic could look lovely because it has enough stability to hold that big sleeve up, enough structure for the V-neck as well. So that could be another possibility, but I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see the colors in it. It is magnificent fabric. Just so vibrant in the colors. It's actually more beautiful in real life than online. A lot of her fabrics are, when you receive them and unwrap them, you really see that the quality and the thought she's put into choosing all of her fabrics. So absolutely stunning. This next fabric is a surprise that she popped in, and I was very thrilled when she told me that she was sending me some of this. And this is the Escapade beautiful linen cotton blend. Absolutely stunning fabric. There are two colorways in this. There's more of a white background, and this is more of the cream background. The whitish color background has a bit more pink and yellow in it. This has more of the blues. The magnificent print. It reminds me of like a watercolor, just the vibrancy of the flowers. Just beautiful. So look, I think it'll have to be some kind of dress because I really want to show that fabric off. I just think it's so refreshing, and the colors in it are stunning, but really pretty fabric. She's actually just had a new shipment in this week of designer end fabric, so I'm really dying to see what they are. But I love the fact that it's got a bit of black in it, so you can quite easily pop it back with a black pair of pants or skirt or pair of jeans even, or maybe even make a beautiful stunning dress with that really pretty fabric. So very, very sport, but love this gorgeous Escapade fabric. Now, Gabrielle has just had a huge week with, not only has she celebrated her birthday, but she's also reached a milestone of 2,000 Instagram subscribers. So to celebrate, she would like to offer all of you guys that are viewers of the channel, and also you need to be a subscriber to her weekly newsletter. You'll be able to use a code for getting 15% off any of her fabrics, just fabrics only, so all weekend until midnight Monday night. So this is exclusive to Dahlia Sewciety viewers and to subscribers of Cloth Edits newsletter. Go ahead, if you like any of those fabrics and you want to go shopping, use a discount code THANK YOU to receive 15% off. There will be a link in my description box. If you don't remember what that code is, you can click on the link and just go shopping and you will be automatically given 15% off. Also, don't forget that Gabrielle does offer international shipping, and a new treat for you guys over in New Zealand. She's just wanted to let you know that there has been a discount on all New Zealand postage service. Shipping rates have dropped for you guys, so she just wanted to let you know that the lowered rates start at $13.95 for a 500 gram package. Up to a kilo of fabric is $18.95, and up to 2 kilos of fabric is $23.95. So a much cheaper rate that I think you guys over in New Zealand, it's going to give you a little bit more money to spend maybe on fabric that way, and maybe spoil yourself with some of those beautiful fabrics that I've just shown you here today. But definitely a great offer. 15% off all of her fabrics is just a great way to celebrate. So that's from today, Saturday, up until Monday night, the 21st of Feb at midnight. So a great time to take advantage of her store. And believe me, her fabric is like no other that I've seen. And I also know a lot of the viewers have actually mentioned to me and written to me just saying how they've been thrilled with the quality and the beautiful presentation of the fabrics when they've been sent out. It's just like opening up a very special gift from a friend. You do get a beautiful little tea bag and some samples as well. She always sends little samples of fabric so you can sort of touch, feel them and see the colours, and a nice little tea bag to have on a break. So very excited to see the Fibremood mag coming out very shortly as well. I can't wait to show you guys my first virtual copy of Fibremood. I've only ever ordered patterns online from them, so really excited for that. This Hortence Blouse will be linked in the description if you're interested in this pattern as well. Yeah, go ahead and you can order through that. But otherwise, if you wanted to wait for the actual physical mag, you can also get that, and this pattern will be included in that. So a big congratulations to Gabrielle for reaching those milestones. We do make a great team. We do talk almost every day. As I say, we are great sewing buddies. We've never met in real life, but we do have plans eventually to get together one day. And I would love to be able to do some sewing with her, or maybe go shopping with her, because we do have very similar tastes in fabric and in patterns. We are constantly talking about what we're making. So I call her my sewing soulmate. I just think it's so nice to have a friend online there, whether it's virtual or in real life, that you can do some sewing with and chat about all things sewing. Because sometimes, look, I know if you're like me, a lot of the family, maybe you don't have anyone in the family that can sew. I'm lucky that I do have a daughter that can sew, but she's busy working as well, so she doesn't get a lot of time. But if you have someone you can chat about fabrics and sewing with, it really is so enjoyable to share that hobby with somebody. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. Just a little bit of some temptation there with some beautiful fabrics and some new patterns as well. So I hope you're all going to have a beautiful weekend. Take care, happy sewing, and I'll be chatting soon with you. Bye for now.